Sid Wilson is not just the DJ and turntablist of Slipknot, he is a wild force on stage, bridging the worlds of metal and electronic music, making him a truly unique figure in the modern music landscape. With his extreme stage presence, he once even broke both of his heels after a daring leap 3 meters into the crowd. Sid proves that music is not only about sound, but also about explosive expression and fearless performance. His presence adds a new dimension to Slipknot, bringing a futuristic and industrial edge that enriches the band's identity. Offstage, he is known as a creative individual who explores fashion, art, and everyday life with his own boundless energy, reflecting that Sid Wilson is the living embodiment of a free, experimental, and limitless lifestyle. Behind his iconic gas mask, Sid Wilson is a free spirit who lives life fueled by adrenaline. Whether spinning records on Slipknot stage or diving into the worlds of fashion, art, and extreme living, he is recognized as someone who refuses to be confined, channeling his energy into every aspect of his existence. From dangerous stage stunts to his eccentric look, complete with his signature gold teeth, Sid continues to craft an identity as an authentic individual who never fears standing out. Unlike removable grills, his gold teeth appear as permanent crowns, layered over his natural ones. More than just a musician, he turns his lifestyle into a medium of expression, proving that true creativity is born from the courage to break away from the ordinary and embrace the unexpected. Sidney George Wilson was born on January 20, 1977, in Des Moines, Iowa. Both of his parents were originally from England, his father from Nettlebed and his mother from Portsmouth, before later moving to Oxford. From an early age, Sid experienced a childhood split between America and the UK. He lived in Colorado around the age of 7 before moving back to Iowa at 11. During his upbringing, he also spent significant time in England, where he engaged with family and the local music culture. This unique blend gave him a broad musical perspective. Growing up, he absorbed influences from both sides of the Atlantic, watching MTV religiously and diving into genres like punk, hip-hop, and electronic music, making him very much an MTV baby. Early exposure to contrasting music cultures, from the classic rock dominating Iowa's radio stations to the rising punk and electronic scenes in the UK, shaped his eclectic musical style. Wilson has often described himself as a punk rocker at heart, drawn to the DIY ethos of the punk movement. One unique fact about Sid is that he was born with polydactyly, having 6 fingers on each hand. However, the extra digits were surgically removed shortly after his birth. In 1998, Sid Wilson officially joined Slipknot as the 9th and final member, taking on the number 0. He was recruited after impressing the band with his wild and unpredictable behavior, traits that perfectly aligned with Slipknot's chaotic aesthetic. One infamous story recalls Sid headbutting percussionist Sean "Clown" Crahan on stage as a bold show of commitment. From that point forward, his role as the band's turntablist became vital, bringing scratches, sound effects, and atmospheric layers that have become a signature part of Slipknot's sonic identity. With the band, Sid has contributed to every studio album, from their self-titled Slipknot 1999, Iowa 2001, Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses 2004, All Hope Is Gone 2008, 5, The Gray Chapter 2014, We Are Not Your Kind 2019, to The End So Far 2022. On stage, he is notorious for his extreme and often dangerous performances, which frequently include stage dives from daunting heights. In 2008, he famously broke both of his heels after leaping 10 feet from the stage, yet still continued the show. Outside of Slipknot, Sid has pursued a prolific solo career under the alias DJ Starscream, a name inspired by his beloved Transformers. Through this persona, he signed with Japanese label N2O Records and built a strong fan base, particularly in Japan. He released several albums and EPs exploring jungle, drum and bass, and hip-hop, including Full Metal Scratch It and The New Leader. Equally important to his music, Sid's masks have become an iconic element of his stage persona, evolving with each album cycle. From his early British civil duty gas mask to more extreme designs like skulls and robotic visages, his masks reflect both his love of the Transformers franchise and his relentless artistic drive to reinvent himself visually. As part of Slipknot, Sid has shared in the band's massive achievements on the global stage. In 2006, Slipknot won a Grammy Award for Best Metal Performance with the song Before I Forget, cementing their status as one of the most influential metal bands of the modern era. Over the course of their career, the band has received a total of 10 Grammy nominations, as well as numerous other honors, including Kerrang Awards, Metal Hammer Golden Gods Awards, and Revolver Golden Gods Awards. While his solo work under DJ Starscream and other side projects may not have reached the same level of mainstream recognition, Sid's innovations in blending electronic music with metal have been widely praised. His contributions are often credited with opening new sonic pathways for heavy music, making him not only an essential member of Slipknot, but also a key figure in the evolution of cross-genre experimentation within the music industry. As of 2025, Sid Wilson's net worth is estimated to be around $10 million US. The majority of his earnings come from his career with Slipknot, including album sales, consistently sold-out world tours, and the band's extensive merchandise line. Beyond Slipknot, Sid also generates income from his solo career as DJ Starscream, through album releases, live performances, and his dedicated fan base. Additionally, his revenue streams have diversified with ventures into acting, further solidifying his reputation as a versatile artist with a significant influence in the entertainment industry. In his personal life, Sid Wilson is known for his relationship with Kelly Osbourne, daughter of rock icons Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne. The two first met in 1999 at Ozzfest, the legendary music festival created by the Osbourne family, and from there developed a close friendship that lasted for over 2 decades. After years of being best friends, they finally confirmed their long-rumored romance in early 2022. Their happiness grew even further later that year when they welcomed their first son, Sydney. Their relationship reached a new milestone in July 2025 when Sid proposed to Kelly backstage, a historic moment made even more meaningful as it took place during Ozzy Osbourne's final concert with Black Sabbath. Tragically, just days after the joyful engagement, Sid and Kelly were struck with deep sorrow when they lost Ozzy Osbourne, the legendary figure of the music world and Kelly's father, who had been such an important influence in both of their lives. This loss turned what was meant to be a celebration of love into a time of mourning, reflection, and strengthening their bond as a family. Together, Sid and Kelly have sought to find new strength, not only as a couple, but also as parents to their young son, cherishing Ozzy's legacy as a lasting treasure they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Today, Sid Wilson and Kelly Osbourne reside in Iowa. Kelly openly shared, "A lot of people don't know this about Sid and I, but we do actually live in Iowa. And I love being in Iowa. I love Iowans," in a statement quoted by the Des Moines Register, highlighting their new life in the state. The couple now live a quieter lifestyle on a farm in Iowa, where they care for livestock such as belted Galloway cattle, integrating this into their daily routines. Away from the chaos of the music world, the pair have found balance by tending to animals and nature while raising their family in the countryside. However, in 2024, Sid suffered a serious accident on their property when a woodpile exploded, leaving him with severe burns to his face and arms that required intensive treatment. Following the incident, Kelly issued a public warning on social media, cautioning others about the dangers of disturbing woodpiles. Prior to settling in Iowa, Sid Wilson and Kelly Osbourne owned a luxury residence in Los Feliz, Los Angeles, which they sold in August 2025 for approximately $4.35 million USD. The 2,450-square-foot home, originally built in 1963, was celebrated for its harmonious blend of modern features with the timeless charm of classic mid-century design. Outside of music, Sid Wilson has a variety of hobbies that reflect both his eccentricity and authenticity as an artist. One of the most striking is his obsession with collecting Transformers. Since childhood, he has been fascinated by the world of these fictional robots, and that passion has only grown stronger into adulthood.
His collection of figures, toys, and Transformers memorabilia is more than just a pastime. It has become part of his identity, even inspiring his solo stage name DJ Starscream, taken from one of the franchise's iconic characters. Taking it a step further, Sid expresses this passion physically, with tattoos of Transformers characters inked on both of his hands. This makes his hobby not just a collection, but also a permanent visual symbol that he carries with him at all times. It illustrates how Sid has managed to bridge the worlds of fantasy and music, turning his childhood imagination into an essential part of the artistic expression he brings to the stage. Beyond his Transformers passion, Sid is also an avid skateboarder, a hobby that perfectly aligns with his high-energy, adrenaline-fueled lifestyle. Much like his wild onstage persona with Slipknot, constantly moving, pushing boundaries, and often courting danger, skateboarding offers him both a creative outlet and a way to stay connected to the street culture that has inspired much of his musical approach. Equally important is Sid's interest in fashion and personal style. He often appears in bold, experimental, and even provocative outfits, showing that for him, appearance is just as much a medium of expression as music itself. His style choices embody his fearlessness and standing out, breaking away from convention and always pushing against the norm. Together, his hobbies, from Transformers to skateboarding to fashion, paint a portrait of Sid Wilson as an artist who refuses to be confined, channeling his creativity into every facet of his life.